Hey guys, Jedi Marine here with another MOS profile. This week talking about MARSOC, specifically the critical skills operators, the O372s. These are the ones that you probably want to know about, I'm assuming, because these are the guys that actually go in and do the work. There's a bunch of other jobs that are affiliated with MARSOC, but these guys, the O372s, are the guys that actually go in and go out on the missions and do all that sort of work. They, well, let me just start out by saying it is not easy. By any stretch of the imagination, it's not easy. So if this is something that you are considering doing, that you want to do, you need to be in the best shape of your life times like 3 or 4. You need to work out a lot. You need to just push yourself incredibly far to be able to get in the shape required to do this sort of work. They have no hesitation in kicking guys out that don't meet their standards. If you can't complete the physical part of it, the mental part of it, any of that sort of stuff, you're gone. Plain and simple, you're gone. They don't want to waste their time with you. They have more important things to do than worry about your feelings or something because you didn't cut the mustard. But basically what they're going to do is they're going to go through a screening process to determine if you can handle the basic stuff. The screening takes place in 3 stages according to this. The record screening, making sure you haven't been in trouble, just checking your background, doing that sort of stuff. And then it goes on to the physical screening, which is, what is it? Basically, it's going to push you physically to see how you handle it. It's going to include running, swimming, hiking, a bunch of classroom instruction on various things, as well as some of the fundamentals and basic Marine Corps stuff that you need to know about special operations. From there, when you move into the next phase of it, this is where they challenge you mentally. There's a lot of physical as well, but the focus of this is, can you mentally handle what it is MARSOC does, and can you just deal with that sort of environment? That is what they're trying to do, and it's very difficult. This part of it's very competitive, and it's going to knock a bunch of guys out because a lot of guys just can't handle that sort of lifestyle. My dogs are driving me insane again. If you do pass this and you get into the actual training course, it's called the individual training course, the ITC, and it's a 9-month program that'll basically instruct you in anything and everything that the special operations guys do. It'll teach you how to work under stress. It'll teach you how to blow shit up. It'll teach you hand-to-hand combat. It'll teach you how to swim better. You'll go through SEER, which is survival, evasion, resistance, and escape training, which is basically they will. If you've seen, G.I. Jane, towards the end when they're doing SEER training where they get captured by the SEAL instructors, and then they basically torture them, they beat the shit out of them, they have them in the cages. That's what SEER training is. And they'll run you through that. They'll run you through knowing how to plan missions, how to call in fire support, so how to call in artillery, how to call in air, helicopters, planes, whatever it is you need. They'll teach you how to do that. They'll teach you basic field skills such as navigation, how to patrol properly, all sorts of communication stuff. There's a lot to it. So all that stuff right there was phase 1, which is 10 weeks. And they focus really heavily on individual fitness. So you need to make sure that you are in shape. And you should be in shape. If they allow you to get this far, you should be in shape for it. But it's always good to say it over and over and over. Phase 2 is 8 weeks, which you master. You focus on working in a small unit. And by that I mean they teach you how to work in a fire team or a squad. You're going to learn small unit tactics, how a fire team should operate, how a squad should operate in any given situation. You will learn intelligence gathering, maritime navigation, which is knowing how to navigate on the water, whether you're on a boat or if you're out swimming in it, or if you're diving, you're underneath the water. They'll teach you how to navigate that. You'll start to learn small boat handling and then basic field training stuff to include urban as well as non-urban environments. Phase 3 is where you kind of go more into depth on close quarter combat. This is what a lot of the special operations does. They go in to knowing how to operate in a building, knowing how to take down bad guys in a building, knowing how to deal with situations if they've captured somebody, and hold them hostage, knowing how to deal with that. They focus heavily on your marksmanship, knowing how to shoot and move through, while you're in these situations, and just working as a team overall, because teamwork is the absolute quintessential aspect of MARSOC. These guys are all very, very capable individually, but they can do much more amazing things as a team. And so they're very heavily focused on teamwork. So let me say it again. Phase 1 was 10 weeks, which was the swimming, patrolling, fire support, all that stuff. Phase 2 is 8 weeks, which is learning how to work in a small unit, and the maritime navigation, boat handling, stuff like that. Phase 3 is 5 weeks, which is the close quarters combat. And then Phase 4 is 7 weeks, which teaches asymmetric warfare, which basically instructs you on how to think like the enemy, so that you can try to understand and what they're going to do. Try to get into their mindset, so that if you were them, what would you do? Sort of situation. So you know how to fight. You'll learn the tactics of guerrilla warfare. You'll learn their tactics, when it involves around terror, i.e., like bombs and things like that, and how they place them, and then let's see. And in Phase 4, this is basically the final culmination of everything. And so at the end of it, you're going to have an operation that called Operation Derna Bridge, which will basically run you through every single thing that you have done up until that point. They will evaluate you on it. And if you graduate and you end up doing well with this, then you'll be assigned to one of the 3 Marine Special Operations battalions. But from there, though, you still have another 18 months worth of training. So just because you finish the 10 months of ITC, it doesn't mean you're done. You will continue to do other stuff before you actually go out and perform, in live situations where you're actually out there dealing with actual bad guys. Some of the other training that you can do, it depends on kind of just where they stick you. You can focus on foreign language. They can focus you on medical stuff, knowing how to treat your fellow guys if they get hurt. You'll also attend the U.S. Army Airborne School, which is down in Georgia. You will learn the United States Marine Corps Combatant Diver Course, which teaches you how to use all that scuba gear and how to really focus on that, or how to know how to use all that stuff. And then you'll also be able to, if you qualify and they think you're capable, they will also send you to different courses such as special reconnaissance, some more CQB, which is the close quarters stuff, but more in depth, as well as possibly being a sniper, being a breaching expert. And breaching experts are the guys that can get you in anywhere. If you need in a building, you call these guys and they'll blow the fuck out of the door, out of a wall, whatever it is you need, they'll get you in there. And then as well as weapons employment, getting a little more in depth on the weapons that you guys will use and the best way to employ them so that you can use them effectively against the enemy. It's not easy. You guys need to know that. All this stuff is very, very difficult. Everything you will do there is very, very difficult, and you need to be prepared for it. Physically and mentally, you need to be ready, because it'll be I guarantee it'll be the most difficult thing you've done in your life up until that point. I guarantee it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, hit me up, and I'll of course do my best to answer them. Just know that it's a lot of you guys may try out for it, but very few of you will actually get through and completely graduate, because it is that difficult. I mean, I think they said there's only, out of 180,000 Marines, I think only like 2,500 of them are the critical skills guys, the actual operators. And so it's a very, 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 very tiny community, and it's very competitive with everyone else that goes for it. So just know that if you really want it, you can get it, but you really, really have to want it. So yeah, all right, guys. I appreciate you watching as always, and I will see you in the next one. Semper Fi.